Hello everyone, my name is BFViking, and for today's episode of Battlefield History Loadouts, we're going to be taking a look at one of America's most deadliest snipers. So probably all of you have seen or at least heard about the movie American Sniper, which was a movie based on the American war hero named Chris Kyle. Chris is shooting from a young age, and at 8 years old his father bought him a .30 Springfield rifle, and some years later he was bought a shotgun. In his early military life, he was interested in joining the Marines, but when a Navy SEAL recruiter convinced him to join the Navy SEALs, Chris was assigned to SEAL Team 3. As shown in the movie, Chris's very first kill was in fact on a woman who was approaching a group of Marines with an explosive device. This did happen in the Battle of Ramadi, and he soon became known as the Devil of Ramadi. Militants at first put a $21,000 bounty on his head, but it was then later increased to a bounty of $80,000. In Chris Kyle's autobiography, he confirmed that his longest confirmed kill was 2,100 yards, or 1,920 meters away, which is pretty insane. The shot was taken using a Macmillan .338, which is essentially an M40 chambered in .338. Unfortunately, in Battlefield 4, we only have the standard M40, which shoots a 7.62, and that is the bullet that the AK-47 shoots. It is not known exactly how many confirmed kills Chris has gotten. It varies between 140 and 160. Chris himself even said that the Navy makes up a lot of fake numbers. So this is probably the part of the story all of you have heard about, but sadly on February 2nd, 2013, Chris and his friend were shot dead by a fellow Army veteran with PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. His killer's name was Eddie Ray Routh, and he was given life in jail with no parole. Chris used a variety of long-range weapons, including bolt-action rifles and DMRs, his most famous weapon being an M40A3, but later on in his military career, he switched to a Accuracy International AW, or otherwise known as the L96. So now for the in-game loadout. This time we're going to be playing some Battlefield 4, as it has access to all of the weapons Chris Kyle used. For the primary, I'll be using the M40A5, equipped with a 20x scope, times 14 variable zoom, so I don't always have to be zoomed in so much. For the barrel, I'm going to be using a muzzle brake, and the auxiliary will be the bipod. The secondary is going to be the P226, as that is what Chris mainly used, but he did also use the Beretta M9. Gadget 1 is going to be the PLD for spotting those targets at longer ranges, and Gadget 2 will be the tugs for alerting us to enemy positions. Last but not least, the grenade we're going to be using is going to be the frag grenade, as that is the US standard issue grenade. The major downfall with this loadout is the M40A5, just because of its horrible bullet drop off. Chris used a .338 version of this gun, which would allow for much more range and accuracy, but in Battlefield 4 we only have the M40A5, which is chambered in 7.62. The bullet drop off for the M40A5 starts at 12 meters, which is pretty standard, but the worst part is its lowest damage, and that is at 59, which is really bad, paired with a drop off of 9 meters a second. The best thing the M40A5 has going for it is its insane rate of fire with 51 rounds a minute, which is very good for a bolt-action rifle, so even though it does have its weaknesses, it does make up with a great rate of fire. I found the best way to play with this loadout is be very aggressive, use your pistol a lot, use your PLD and your tugs, and you can actually do quite a lot of damage in close quarters with that M40A5 as shown in the gameplay. So everybody, that's going to be it for today's episode of Battlefield History Loadouts. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video, it's always appreciated. But anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Battlefield video.